right here. So we're gonna start a Diablo 2 Eastern Sunrises custom playthrough. This is what the title screen normally looks like. Now this is what the title screen looks like. This is what the character select screen looks like. This right here. We're gonna change this to now the character select screen looks like this, right? So now we could go, here's the main screen, here's the character select screen. Let's create a character. We're gonna go the Amazon Hardcore. I'll just name it the Amazon. Actually, named the other one the Javazon, and then she turned into a Boazon anyways. There's no reason to name it the Javazon or the Lightning Sorceress. Depends what you find. So there we go, right? Now if we go to the character select screen, yeah, that looks really cool. It looks really neat to select everybody. So now what else could we do to the game? We could change other things. The loading screen we could change, right? The inventory we could change. This inventory, it looks really old and outdated. It's definitely cool. Let's change it. Let's make it look a lot cleaner. There we go. That looks much better. All those squares are gone. Everything's gone in the inventory. And then when you equip something, it looks really neat in the back there, right? We could change. Oh, that changes the character panel too. Okay. Yeah, it looks better than the old one. The old one was like, what? We didn't look at the character panel, did we? Yeah, here's what the inventory originally looks like, right? Or the character screen. And then the Roderick Cube as well. We changed the Roderick Cube, so the Roderick Cube looks a lot better. So let's change the cube and the inventory and the character screen then. So then there we go. Yeah, it looks a lot cleaner. And then the Roderick Cube looks a lot better. All the squares are gone. Everything's just a clean layout. The Roderick Cube of Power. Just how it was before. So now we're ready to start playing. We could change the items, right? We already started changing the items. The Roderick Cube, we started changing the Tome of Town Portal and the Tome of Identity. These are what they originally look like. We already changed the graphics, so let's change the graphics here quick. So then now here's what the Tome of Town Portal looks like in the Tome of Identify. So they look a lot better. It's just a simpler color layout. We could change the potions too. The potions could look different. The Roderick Cube could look different. Everything could look different. Yeah, let's figure out how to change the Roderick Cube. Let's change the Roderick Cube graphic. So then now that's what the Roderick Cube looks like. We changed the Roderick Cube as well. We changed that so it's a lot simpler. And then the potions, we already did the potion graphics. We just have to add them to the game, right? So now those are going to be different. So now, yes, they do look different. This is the minor healing potion, the basic one. And then they're more filled up as you find better potions. So now the minor healing potion looks different. What else do we change? The fulminating potion. Alright, so we've been here for like an hour or something. We've been playing with the graphics, checking things, and we noticed right away that the potions were off, right? The potions are off center, so the the image size was different. So we changed it. So let's check the new potions. So then there we go. Yes, the image size is 28 by 28. So now we were able to fill the whole thing. So we pretty much just made it a little bit bigger. So now the potions look a bit better. So they're going to fill up as we get better potions. Then the books, we're probably going to have to resize those. And the cube, it's slightly bigger than they should be. But then the javelin, we're working on the javelin, right? So we actually did the javelin. We did the adventurer's pack. We did the fulminating potions, the buckler. We did every item in our inventory. So we did all the potions. Let's just move these somewhere. Let's clean up our inventory here. Now everything's looking a little better. It's looking how we want it to look, right? So now the fulminating potion. So yeah, let's just do the fulminating potion. Here's the fulminating potion now. And then when we change the fulminating potion, now there's the new fulminating potion. It was supposed to be a bit more orange, so we're gonna have to change the color a bit more orange. So there we go, we changed it a little bit more orange. So orange in this game, it always turns white for some reason. So the Adventurer's Pack, we changed the Adventurer's Pack to... So now the Adventurer's Pack looks like this. Yes, we just changed it to a simple... So it's supposed to be blue and green, but it doesn't look blue and green at all. So the colors, they appear different in Diablo than they do in the painting, so there's no way to tell. So the javelin, we made our own javelin from scratch. We didn't copy it or anything, we just made our own. We're probably going to make our own books and a cube too from scratch since we know the size. But here's the javelin. And then here's the new javelin. So it's just a simple little javelin. Yeah, there we go. So we made our javelin. Now the spear. The spear is going to look pretty much the same. It's just going to be bigger, I think. So that's the normal spear. And then it doesn't look as good as it's supposed to. It's supposed to be bigger, so we made the image size wrong. So the spear, we gotta fix it. Why does it look like that? What's the real image size? Alright, we figured it out. So it's because it's 4 blocks high, right? We thought it was 3 blocks high like the javelin, but there's actually one more space. We had to make it a little bit bigger, so we fixed that. So we go save and exit game. We could go single player. We could go into the game. Now the spear should look a whole lot better, right? Yeah, there we go. Now the spear looks a lot bigger. Perfect. So now everything's gonna look basic. We're gonna make the unique items look a lot better, right? These are just the basic items. They look plain. So the javelin, we're gonna do something with it, and the spear, we're gonna do something with it. All the armor, we're gonna make it look cooler than it normally does. So all the basic armor, it's gonna be like that. So now the buckler. Yes, what did we do to the buckler? Yes, this is what we did to the buckler. So you could see the image size is wrong as well. So we got to change the image size because we didn't know it before. We were just trying to create the images and then copy them. But now we have to resize the buckler. So the javelin's the perfect size. The spear is the perfect size. The potion is the perfect size. And the gifts is the perfect size. The tomes, they're probably a little bit off. And the cube's probably a little bit off. So here, let's recreate the buckler then. We'll have to recreate the cube, we'll have to recreate the tomes, we'll have to recreate both of them. Yeah, we'll just do that quick so we know the proper size, so everything from the base will be perfectly set up. It'll be the right size, because we can't have the buckler looking like that. So there we go, we fixed everything, we put everything in, we started everything from scratch in the proper text size. So here's the Roderick cube. Terrell, that looks terrible. I know, we could work on it. We could work on the box. It looks terrible, but we have the Tome of Identify, the Tome of Town Portal. Yes, now it actually fits. It looks cool. Here's the buckler. Now everything looks so basic now. Good. So now what do? We have to figure out what to do. We have everything done here. We have to figure out how to make the personal stash page look like this, right? Because it looks so bad like that. So we have to open the gift, and then we have to do the graphics for the gift, because you cube the adventurers pack in the Roderick cube. And then you have 3 new items that you could change what they look like. Yeah, we could make our own charms. We could make our own noob odd charm. That's the one that I was really interested, because we're always looking at it all the time, so we could make it however we want it. We're just gonna make it a basic square, probably. It's just something stupid and basic. So there you go, it took a while, we were trying to figure out what to do. The colors were coming on, she was all white all the time, we couldn't figure it out, so we had to change her skin and change the hair color. But this one, it's actually a 1x2 charm, so we have to change that, so we did. So we go to save and exit, so the charms are almost done. We took way more time than we should have on the charms. Now I have to figure out what to do with the other charms. So now it's properly sized, so there we go. Now we have the 2 charms you get with an Eastern Sun, so it's just 2 girls. And then the Rogan oil, the final thing we have to change. So there we go, the final item is done, the Rogan oil. We should have changed it. So it's just going to be like the fall mating potion basically, but white as long as it turns out properly. So we don't test these things before we film it, we just bring them in. So here's the Rogan oil, so that's alright, that's good for now. We got the Rogan oil, the fall mating potion, the buckler, we got the spear, we got the javelin, the Roderick cube, we got everything, got the healing potion set up, got the spear, the javelins. What do? Just go with the javelin and the buckler, or do we go with the fall mating potion? Is always the best thing to do, right? It's the fall mating potion, you just kills everything, it always hits the enemy. So I think we'll just go with the buckler and the fall mating potion, and then we'll start using fall mating potions. And then as soon as we start finding more items, we're going to have to change the graphics of them. Eventually, all the item graphics will be done. I think the unique items and the set items, those will be the fun ones to do, right? These are just the basic items, so they're not going to look too fancy. So then there we go, now that that's all done, now we could actually play the game. We could finally play the game until we find our first item, right? Because we're going to go attack the enemies, and then we're going to loot something. We're going to loot something like a quilted armor, Then we're gonna be like, let's make our own quilted armor. Then we're gonna loot something like a cap, and then we're gonna be like, let's make our own cap. So it's already updating in the inventory. So the shopkeeper's gonna be selling all of those, and the arrows. Yeah, we changed the arrows before, but we didn't change them yet in this mod, I guess. We didn't get them yet. We already had the arrow graphics done. So that's pretty interesting. Everything is going to be changed as we discover everything in the game. We're going to be changing all the graphics. So there's the new portal. Everything's there. We have to change all the potions. All the gems are going to look different. That's right. Cool. We have to change the mana potion. We already have the graphics for it. We just have to add it to the game. And then the scroll of town portal and everything. So everything's going to look completely different. Everything's going to look completely different. Is that just in the shop? What it looks like that? Huh. Weird. We have to figure that out. Yeah, because before, I don't know. Oh, okay. It's just the main weapon. This offhand weapon. We didn't change the graphics for the offhand weapon, I guess. So we still have to do that because it should look nice and clean like that when you have something equipped. Not like all clunky and dirty like that. There we go. Yeah, it's perfect. Everything's looking good. Now we can start going to play the game. Now we can go beyond level 1, see what's in the Bloodmore.